So I will start recording now. Well, in this last session, we're going to speak, basically. I want you to practice speaking, which is maybe the most important part of these Zoom classes. You have the chance of communicating in English, expressing your ideas in English in relation to different topics, okay? Well, today we're going to talk about your academic life this year. Academic life this year. So we're gonna try to make in English, and that is interesting, an evaluation of your academic experience at university this year. I think it's a good form, a good way, a good topic to finalize, to finish, to round up our English classes. And the challenge is to see, is to evaluate if you have the language to talk about this interesting issue. All right? So we're going to spend the class on that. And by the end of the class, I'm going to give you the instructions. I'm going to show you my blog to give you all the details for the last blog post, which is blog post number 5, and which will be completely connected with today's topic. All right? So I have some questions here. I was thinking about some questions to speak, to motivate you to speak about this topic, academic life, evaluation of this year at university. A very important year for you guys. A different year for you guys in so many aspects, you know. It's your first time at university for many of you. It's a second year under the pandemic situation. So I just want to know your experience. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that in general terms. So your first year at university, right? What evaluation can you make about it? It's not over yet, but it's almost finishing. So you can have a sort of evaluation of your first year. What was it good? Was it bad? Was it fantastic? Was it difficult? Was it all of it? Tell me about it. I need comments, free comments, to express your feelings, basically, and your evaluation about this first year of university.
In my case, it was very difficult concentrating on classes.
On the online classes. To concentrate online, right?
Yes.
Very difficult. That's a very good point. I feel that many of you have the same situation. You have so many distractions at home, you know, the family, the pets, I don't know, the WhatsApp, whatever, you know, social networks, and all those distractions make difficult to focus or concentrate on your studies. Focus, yeah, absolutely. It was difficult for you, Jennifer. All right. And Jennifer, what is your general evaluation of your first year? Are you happy with this experience? Are you, I don't know, what can you tell me?
It's complicated. Sometimes I quiere decir que a veces fue bueno, pero otras veces fue bastante malo.
Okay, Okay. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
Yeah. Thank you.
I understand. Okay, thank you. First year at university, evaluation, comments. Thank you, Jennifer. More people, please.
For me, it was hard too because I have some health problems and try to study and stay healthy was um um hard también. No se me ocurre cómo decirlo.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes. So you had distractions at home. That's one problem. You had health problems, right? That's difficult. And that is a very, thank you. It's a very common situation under the pandemic. You know, we are not only having the problem of COVID-19, but different stress, different health problems associated with that. A lot of stress, you know, a lot of mental situations, a diversity of health problems that we can talk about, right? So it's not so easy, you know. Let's continue with your comments about your first year at university, experience, evaluation of this first year so far. Good things, bad things, challenges for the future, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say, lo que sea. What about you, Bruno? What can you tell us?
For me, it was very intense and stressful, but I am happy.
You're happy?
Because I love it. I love it. I think it was everything I expected.
Everything you wanted and expected. Excellent. So you are happy with your experience and you are happy with your career, right? Yes, you're happy, Bruno.
Yes, yes. I'm very happy.
Okay, and what was the, you mentioned that it was intense and stressful. What was the most difficult part for you?
I think study, because I'm very no sé cómo decirlo, desorganizado.
Okay, very messy. Messy with my times, maybe. You're messy with your time. You're not very structured. Okay, yeah, that's a difficult part for everybody, especially with again the pandemic situation. You have a lot of free time, and it's very easy not to do nothing. You know, just lose your time, waste the time. So it's difficult to organize, to be structured, not to be messy with your time. Yeah, absolutely. That is very difficult with the pandemic, and we have to be responsible. We have to be careful with time. We have to be mature enough in order to use time intelligently, correctly, wisely, responsibly. All right. Any other comments in general about the first year at university? experiences, comments, maybe a particular situation you experienced or something? Okay, let's talk about the subjects, las asignaturas que tuvieron primer, segundo semestre. Think about all the subjects that you had this year. Okay, and now you're going to choose. It's difficult, I know. You're going to choose your favorite subject this year for whatever reasons. And you're going to tell me why. You're going to give me the reason why. The first subject that comes to your mind as your favorite, the one that you enjoyed the most, the subject that attracted your attention the most. Okay? A ver, ¿quién no ha hablado? Catalina Carrasco, what about you? What subject can you choose this year as the most interesting? Hmm?
¿Se me escucha? Es que
Oh, yeah.
tengo problemas con el audífono.
It's okay, it's perfect.
Okay. In my case, I really like anatomy. ¿Se dice así?
Anatomy, yeah.
Anatomy.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's a subject like, ¿cómo lo digo? Que siempre había querido estudiar alguna vez, no sé cómo decirlo, como en los tiempos
It's a
verbales.
subject I always wanted to study.
Eso. It's really hard, like the tests and that stuff, but I'm really happy with that and I really like it. So, yeah.
And it's very, very scientific, you know, to know all the body parts and to speak about it. And you have a lot of information about your body, the structures, what they do, how they work together. I think it's fascinating, right?
Yeah, I really like it. Like, yeah, it's fascinating. Like, yeah. No sé cómo decirlo, pero sí.
Yeah, it's amazing. And to discover all these amazing structures that the human body has and the animal organisms have, it's fantastic, you know, how complex they are, how they work and function together, the composition of the tissues, everything, yeah. I understand why you like it. In your case, Laura, what is your selected subject this year? Are you there, Laura? Apparently not. What about you, Silvia Diaz? Hello.
My favorite subject was zoología.
Okay, zoology.
Zoology.
Zoology. And why?
Because we saw a lot of kind of organisms.
Organisms, yeah.
Organisms. It was fun for me.
It is fun, yeah, to know all these organisms, yes. Mm-hmm. I imagine that you learned a lot.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. And you still have to learn a lot in the future.
Exactly, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's continue with another question, all right? To talk about your experience at university. Okay, now we're going to move ahead. Stop talking about first year. Stressful, messy, intense, difficult, fun. But let's talk about next year. All right? And based upon the first year, you can talk about, you can tell me about the future and the challenges that you can have for desafíos, planes, mejoras, the challenges that you can visualize for the next year. Challenges. Tal vez muy temprano, porque todavía están en las pruebas y todo, pero tratemos de decir algo. Expectativas, expectations for next year. Cambios, changes you would like to make. Whatever. What do you think about next year, Jennifer? 2022.
I hope to learn how to organize my time.
You hope to learn how to organize your time. Yeah. But you have the experience of the first year, right? And now you can learn from the first year to organize the next year better. But 2022 can be, I'm not sure, nobody's sure, can be different, you know, because we might come back to normal classes. I'm not sure if the first semester, but we might have a change in the methodology, come back to normal, maybe little by little, but that is going to be an important change compared with the first year, right? So you have to think about that. (2022), any plans, any expectations? Francisco?
Well, I think it's possible to come back to presentiality is the word.
No. You say normal classes or face-to-face classes, you know?
Yeah. Well,
no he escuchado que digan presential classes los gringos, no. Normal classes or face-to-face classes.
Yeah, I think it's a big challenge. In my case, is my second experience in the university, and the first one it was very hard. But now it's I have the experience, but it's complicated to come back to study because all is different and the methodology are hard to catch. So
that's very true. Very true. It's very hard to catch.
Yeah.
A different methodology, you know. After 2 years of pandemic, we are kind of accustomed to this online methodology. Now we will have to get back to face-to-face classes, and that will be difficult.
Yeah, I think there is a point because now all the classes are online and you can save it and you can
watch it later.
Yeah, you can put a play and you can take a look of
absolutely, and that will be different. There will be no recorded classes next year.
Yeah, that is the point. So you can in face-to-face class to obtain much times try to obtain all the class. So that will be a challenge to.
Yeah, that's an important point. Absolutely true.
And I think it's no one is thinking in this moment, but the next year in face-to-face maybe will be a challenge to
do. Yeah,
and that is important because at least this semester questions in the quizzes and tests are strongly based in each word that the teacher says in class. You know,
yes. Yes, yes, I understand.
You understand, you know. So that I think it will be a challenge next year, and the transportation in the subway or buses to the university, because until now it's that is not it's not a problem now.
Absolutely.
But the next year will be in terms of the danger of situation, in terms of delinquent is the word.
Delinquency, yeah, crime.
Yeah.
So,
So that's
it's a very complete
challenge.
evaluation and reflection in the future, Francisco. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have for next year, we are not sure first if we're getting back to normal, to face-to-face, but if we get back to normal, we have challenges, you know, methodological challenges. We have transportation issues. We need to have more organization with times, because transportations requires time, sometimes a lot of time, to move, to go to university, to get back home. So yeah, all the different situations have pros and cons. The online classes have pros, positive points and negative points, and the face-to-face classes will have also challenges, positive things, pros, and negative things, cons. So we have to be, as professionals, as students, we have to be intelligent, we have to be flexible, we have to use our minds in order to prepare ourselves in the best form. Flexibility, intelligence, to adapt to challenges, to adapt to changes. These times are times of change, and we have to adapt. And maybe that is the best, that is one of the most important things that you and me and everybody has to have. Flexibility, capacity of adaptation, right? Como dice por ahí, no sé qué pensador o qué persona. You know that changes are not permanent, but change is. Lo único permanente es el cambio. Y eso es más válido ahora en estos tiempos locos que nunca. What about English? to finish this conversation. Very interesting, very good conversation. You can speak in English about interesting topics. Congratulations. I am happy for your English. But we can always, and you especially, porque yo sé un poquito más de inglés que ustedes que son jovencitos y aún están consolidando su inglés, you can improve it. You can be better in English. So that is my question to finalize this conversation. What about English? What about your English? Think about your English now. What are the challenges, desafíos, that you have personally to improve your English? To improve, mejorar, to make it better. Take a sad song and make it better. ¿Cómo siguen con el inglés ahora que ya terminan las clases? Lo claro es que no se pueden olvidar del inglés porque aún lo están consolidando. So, from the top of your head, así, ¿Qué se les ocurre? What do you think about your English? What plans can you visualize? What can you do to make it better? What do you think are your challenges personally to make your English better? How can you make it better? Dale. Any comments?
I think personally, reading text in English, it helps to improve my English because I studied, and I don't know how to say, but the words in the text se quedan en mi cabeza.
Okay.
I
They
don't,
stay.
yeah,
They
I
remain.
don't,
They remain
I
in your
don't,
mind. Yes.
I don't forget. Sobre todo cuando traduzco el texto, es como que siento que mejoré mucho.
Perfect. So reading is very, I completely agree with you. Reading is a very good thing to do to make your English better and to expand your English. So reading in English, and especially if you try to read, well, all kinds of reading are good, but especially if you try to read more books or texts related to your career, you know, to science, to animals, is even much better for you. Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you, Tamara. More comments. English, challenges, comments.
¿Se escucha?
Yes.
Okay. In my case, it's really hard for me to communicate something in English. So I'm practicing watching interviews or watching movies or listening to music in English to improve that part. But I really want someday talk with a native person of or English speaker to improve a communicate part. I don't know if I say that right, but yeah.
Yeah. Estoy escuchándote y tomando notas. Muy concentrado. Continue. So, Catalina.
Creo que eso.
Catalina, thank you. You mentioned 2 or 3 very important strategies or methods to maintain your English and to improve it. Watch movies in English. Yeah. And that is very easy because you people love movies, right? You love Netflix. Everybody loves Netflix and all the other channels. Disney, ahora salieron montones nuevos que yo no manejo. Y cada día van a salir más. So watch movies in English, but remember, in English y con subtítulos en inglés. Eso es esencial, porque como decía Tamara, ahí van a estar escuchando y leyendo a la vez e incorporando un montón de nuevo vocabulario y frases, no solamente palabras sueltas. Lo importante es agarrar las frases completas, ¡pum!, y después usarlas. So watch movies in English, all kinds of movies with English subtitles. And remember me, you will remember me. Your English will, boom, explode in 1 or 2 years. Listen to music in English. I'm sure you love music and you love music in English. Listen to music. And in the YouTube, if you use YouTube, you can put the subtitles too. And with that, you can improve your English. You can improve your vocabulary. You can improve your pronunciation. It's amazing how good you can do with listening to music in English, sorry. And of course, speak. This is more difficult, you know. Try to speak with native speakers if possible. It's very difficult, but you can speak with friends maybe that have better English level than you, or you can speak with your classmates, you know, with people from university when you get back to normal, you know. And speaking is amazing. It's more difficult to do it, but if you speak like now with people in English, it's amazing. You know, you can do it via Zoom. con amigos de cualquier parte via Zoom. Maybe you can make friends, you know, in different countries, in United States, I don't know, in Europe, and communicate in English with them. That is a great chance to improve your English in real life and for real situations. Thank you, Catalina. Any other comments? Any other reflections about your English? Your English now, your English in the future. What you can do to improve it. Creo que está todo dicho en rasgos generales. Muy bien, súper bien. Internet is the best source, fuente, source to learn. Internet tiene esta doble cara, ¿no es cierto? If we use internet correctly, we can learn a lot of different things. But if you don't use it correctly, if we are messy with internet and with our time, we can get lost in internet and waste our time and do nothing. So we have to be intelligent. We have to be smart. We have to be responsible with our life and with our time. Maybe that is my best suggestion for you. You have everything. We have everything to learn, but we need to be organized. We need to use our little time well. Of course, we can have time for fun. Of course, it's absolutely necessary, but we need to be organized with all the things we have to do. And that is a complicated challenge. Yeah, a complicated challenge. Maybe the most difficult challenge these days, right? Okay, my friends, now I'm going to give you the instructions for block 5. Okay, let me show you block 5 instructions to finish. This block. ¿Qué es esto? Oye, en esta oportunidad no les pude poner un ejemplo porque yo no estoy estudiando ahora. Así es que sorry for that. So post number 5. Final post. A subject that I am enjoying, that you guys are enjoying this semester. You are going to write about your favorite subject this semester, this term. Among us, entre. Among other things, you can include. Pueden hablar de otras cosas, pero estas deben venir. The name of the subject, of course. You're going to describe what you do in classes. You're going to mention the principal matters, contents you have studied along the semester. You're going to explain why you like the subject. You are going to talk about the teacher or teachers, etc., among other things. The number of words, it's about 200. And the comments, don't forget about the comments. 3 comments to any of your partners. In this case, only 3 comments, no comments to me because I didn't write anything. So it's easy. Lunes, publicar lunes 15. November 15, 8 p.m. Comments. November 17, 8 p.m. Any questions? No questions. Oh my gosh, very good conversation, guys. I congratulate you once more. Thank you very much for being my students. Thank you very much, guys, for being present in my classes. Pocos pero buenos, few but good. Thank you very much for your patience, for your commitment. And remember, next week you have the final test. Jueves 18 a las 10:30 va a estar abierto el test con reading comprehension activities and listening comprehension activities. If you have any questions during the week, please get in touch with me electronically. Okay? Thank you again, guys. Cheers. It's been a pleasure to work with you. You're
See
welcome,
you
Jennifer.
here.
It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye. Cheers. Bye. Take care. Thank you, Catalina.